welcome back to my channel. My name is Temmybanjo. Well, if it's your first time stopping here or you happen to stumble upon this video, please subscribe to my channel, guys. Anyways, today's video is going to be about how to make your makeup last longer. Basically, how to make your makeup last all day. So I get asked a lot how I make my makeup last, how it stays on my face for so long. So I'm going to be sharing with you tips, tricks, hacks and tools to make your makeup last all day. So I showed you guys various products that I use from time to time, and then the tools I use to apply them on my face. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, give it a thumbs up, and hit the notification bell down below so you always stay updated when I upload a new video. See you guys in the video. So guys, the first thing is to know your skin type and what kind of primer you're going to be using to prime your skin. A primer has a different job while a setting spray has a different job. I don't know why people confuse a primer for a setting spray. I think they think it does the same work. Well, I have a combination skin, and that means the rest of my face stays quite alright after hours of application, but then my T-zones, my nose area, my forehead and my chin area usually gets oily. We have the Black Radiance primer, the Milani Prime Shield, number 7 primer, Hard Candy primer, and LAGIRL primer. Milani primer is a mattifying primer, which means it makes your face matte. It fills in your pores. Also with this primer, it's a very mattifying primer. It fills in your pores. It locks in your, like, it covers your pores, so your natural oil doesn't come out a lot after application of your makeup. And then we have the milk of magnesia. Everybody knows the milk of magnesia. It's not a primer. This is an antacid for stomach upset and all that, but people discovered you could use it as a primer and it worked. Meanwhile, this is not healthy for your face after a long time. You should only use it like twice in a week. If you use it more than twice a week, you're going to have terrible breakouts. And then we have primers like Becca primer, Professional, which are also good primers. They help you fill in your pores perfectly. So today I'm going to be using my LAGIRL primer because it's going to fill in my pores, and I don't really have an oily skin. Try and avoid using your hand to apply your primer, because by doing so you're just going to be warming up your skin and opening up your pores rather than covering them with the product. You're going to end up opening your pores with the products instead of covering your pores with the products. So always have a separate brush you will use for your primer. So this is the brush that I dedicated to apply my primer. Another secret to locking in your foundation, or how to make your makeup last longer, is putting your setting spray over your primer. This kind of mattifies your face, and I don't think your makeup will go anywhere if you do this. So you want to just put your setting spray, your setting powder over your primer. Then again, we have foundation applicators. This is a beauty sponge. This literally locks in your foundation because you're pressing it. You're going to be pressing the product into your skin. This is just an applicator and also like a placement brush. This is a flat foundation brush from ELF. I don't know why it's bent, but straight. It's a flat foundation brush from ELF, and this is a foundation brush, the regular foundation brush we know. This is like the normal foundation. Is used for placement and for coverage. You just tap your product in and it becomes a beauty blender also. Then I'm going to move into my foundation, and you should know what kind of foundation works for you. You have mattifying foundation, you have luminous foundation, you have medium coverage foundations, and you have full coverage and just very light coverage. But my skin is so nice and so good to me. I don't think I have problems with coverage, so I don't think I have any problem with coverage. So I just work with anything that goes nice on my skin, that is my shade. And today I'm going to be using this Milani foundation. It's the Conceal and Perfect foundation. People complain of this foundation being too oily for them, but I like it because it makes me look dewy, and I love the dewy finishing. But if you have an oily skin, I would advise you do not use this foundation. It is not good for an oily skin. You're going to look like they are frying plantain on your face in like 2 hours. If you have an oily skin, you want to go for foundations like Mary Kay, Iman foundation. You want to go for foundations like Revlon Color Stay. And then if you can afford the pricey ones, you can go for MAC, Lancome. You can also get the Kat Von D foundation. Those are a little bit pricey. That's if you can afford them. But for the drugstore foundation, you can just get Revlon Color Stay. I really love that foundation because it's like a cheap MAC foundation. L'Oreal foundation. This is a very mattifying foundation. If you have an oily skin, you can use this. Trust me, it's very, very good. It's a mattifying foundation. So those are the foundations you should use if you have an oily skin. Then another trick to making your makeup last longer is the tissue trick. Make sure you blot out all the unnecessary oil and shine away from your foundation. So you just press that on your foundation like this to take away the shine. So if you are an oily person, this will really work for you. It stays matte, really, really matte. So you just press that on your foundation and blot out the oil. I don't know if you can see the difference, but there's a huge difference from when I applied the foundation to when I had to blot out the excess oil, unwanted shine from my foundation. So it looks really matte now. I'm not really a matte fan, but then this whole tutorial is teaching you how to make your makeup last long. So guys, now that I've shown you guys how to lay a very solid foundation on your face, literally a very solid foundation, I'm just going to go through my highlights process, which you guys have seen me do 1,010,000 times. So I'm just going to be highlighting my face, that's under my eyes, the bridge of my nose, my forehead, and my chin. And I know I was just saying here how you should highlight your face and why your nose should connect to your forehead. So that's because you don't just want your nose to be pointed without a connection. It looks very unnatural. So you have to connect it to your forehead and then it fades there, so it looks natural and really looks nice. So now I'm going to be contouring my face with my cream foundation, that's BLACKGIRL, and I'm going to be doing this to my cheek and my forehead and also the side of the bridge of my nose. So I'm going to be using that to contour my nose the same way I contour it, and I'm also going to use the brush to blend it, and then later on I'm going to use my beauty sponge to also blend the corners of the contour already applied, so no harsh line stays there. You guys know nobody has to know where it starts, nobody has to know where it stops. I'm just going to go ahead now and set my highlighted places with my Sacha Buttercup setting powder, and you can use a brush or a beauty sponge to set your highlights. Mind you, if you use a brush, you're just going to be placing that all over your face, and if your application is not smooth, you might end up having a very crusty looking highlight. But if you use a beauty sponge, you're going to be pressing that into your skin and also making sure it stays in really, really smooth and flawless. Also, to avoid your smile crack, your smile lines and all that, just put your setting powder over your smile line where you know the crack happens. So it's going to fill that in and also lock your products in, so you hardly have a smile crack or a smile line. And then I'm not saying you're not going to have it, but if you usually have it after 2 hours of application of your whole product, let's say maximum 6 hours, you might not be having a smile crack. So I'm going to go ahead now and set my contoured areas with my Maybelline Cacao. That's my cheek, my forehead, and my nose. Okay, no, I'm not going to use this to set my nose contour. I'm going to use my own powder shade to set my nose contour. Remember, you don't have to go in with the dark powder. And I'm also using it here to dust off the excess setting powder, and I'm going to use it to set my nose contour also here. Remember, you don't have to go into the dark shade at first, so it doesn't look kind of crazy. These two, I'm going to be using them to highlight my face and just to add some glow to my face. I'm using my Black Radiance Baked Blush also to blush my cheeks and to kind of blend my highlights with my contoured area. That's my contoured cheeks. So it's more advisable for you to have your contour, your highlights before your blush, so you kind of blend both of them together. I went ahead to set my face with my setting spray. Mind you, the work of a setting spray only makes your product stay on your face. And here I'm doing my lips, and I kind of did my eyes off cam, my eyebrows and my eyeshadow, because I wanted to focus this video on foundation process, not the eye look. And also I'm just here doing my lipstick with this lipstick from LAGIRL Cosmetics, and also this other matte lipstick from Avour. I'm going to put the name or the number in the description box down below. And again, I set my face with the setting spray. So this helps you lock your face and helps you stop transfer of makeup, so it doesn't do the same job as a primer. And so here, guys, is the finished look. Thank you guys for watching. Please do subscribe, share and like my videos. Bye guys.